Today we'll be talking about a really cool and useful attack that we can run using our Android device. We're gonna see how we can bypass login screens, whether it's Windows or OS X logins. So you've definitely seen when you're doing a pen test on a network or a company, you'll end up in many situations you will have access to computers, but a lot of these computers will be off or they'll be on their login screen. So they'll be signed out or they'll lock their computers when they are away. So this feature is actually really useful. It will allow you to log in to any computer, whether it runs Windows or OS X, without knowing the password. It will not modify the password of the existing user, so when the user comes back, they will be able to log in again with their usual password, so they will not know that someone modified their computer or modified their password. We're going to be using a tool called ConBoot. ConBoot can be installed on any USB device, so any bootable device you can install it on. But in this course, because we are talking about penetration testing using your Android device, we're going to see how you can install it on your Android device. So you can actually install this on any Android device. It doesn't have to be a NetHunter device. All you need is an app called DriveDroid, which you can download from the App Store, and ConBoot, and download it from their official website. The only problem is ConBoot is not a free tool. It actually costs you $25 to buy. So we're gonna see how we can set up the tool now on your Android device, and in the next video we'll connect it to our target computer and see how we'll be able to log in without knowing the password. So I've bought the tool myself, and I have it installed. I have the file here. So when you buy the tool, you get this file, which is the ConBoot installation file. It actually allows you to install it. It comes in with an exe that allows you to install it on a USB device or on an ISO image on a CD. But for now, I'm actually gonna run it. In order to run this exe, you can run it from Windows. Just double click it, and if you're running it on Linux, you need a program called Wine. So I'm just gonna click it here. You'll see a normal Windows installation, and I'm just going to extract it here. So it's in Home, Zeus, Downloads, ConBoot. And as you can see, I have the files here. You can actually use the ConBoot installer to install it on a USB, as I said. So I'll show you here. You can install it on USB or on a CD. But I'm not going to be doing that because, as I said, we're going to be using it on our Android device. So I'm going to navigate into ConBoot USB files, and I'm going to go on USB files here. And the file that you want to be using is the conboot.img. So it's this file. It's only 1.5 megabytes. And you can easily send it to your Android phone. You can send it via email, by AirDroid, by any program that you want to use. Just make sure you actually send it to your Android device. So I sent it actually via email because it's just really easy, and I'll show you here how to set it up on your Android device. So I'm gonna go on the app that I told you can download from the Apple Store. Again, you don't need NetHunter for this. You can do it on any Android device that runs DriveDroid. So I'm gonna tap on DriveDroid, and I'm gonna click on the plus to add an image, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna add it from a file because I downloaded it, and I'm gonna call it ConBoot, and I'm gonna click on this icon, and I'm gonna go on my file explorer and pick this. As you can see that I have it here, conboot.img. So I'm gonna tap it there, and I'm gonna pick the first option and just wait for it. I'm gonna save it, and that's it. Now I have ConBoot added here. So all you have to do now, so don't do this all the time. Whenever you want to log into a computer that you don't have the password for, that has a login screen, all you have to do is tap ConBoot and select the way that you want to boot, and I'm gonna select read only here. So I'm tapping that, And as you can see, it's saying hosting image on USB. Now if you go on the notifications, you can see that it's telling me that it's hosting my Conboot image. So now my Android device is hosting the image, and as soon as I connect it to any laptop, it'll act as a USB device with this image so we can boot from it. So in the next video, I'll show you I have a Windows computer with a login, with a password. I'm gonna connect my Android device to it, and boot from the Android device, and we'll see how we'll be able to log in to the computer without a password.